And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the lower bracket here, as we do have more matches ahead of us, plenty more to come. We're jumping into a fresh best of 3. We're jumping into a ZvP between a European and a Korean. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the top right-hand corner here of Ultra, we have our German Zerg player. We have our red Zerg representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Lambo. And spawning in the bottom-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is SOS. Here we go again. So we just got confirmation we were going to cast Classic versus we're going to be covering Classic versus Clem, but the mainstream have dibs. We were gonna cast Classic versus Clem, but the mainstream do have dibs on that. So the mainstream, they're covering Hero versus Raynor, they're covering Showtime versus Maru, and they're covering Classic versus Clem as well. So the mainstream, they are going to be covering those 3 matches. The one qualifying match they're not covering is Cyril versus Solar. That's one match they're not covering. Again, Steadfast, he was going to cover it, but then he got into another series, so regardless, we found our own series instead. And here we go. Spawning the one that we did just introduce. And if you're in the chat, predictions, they should have closed by now. You can place your bets on who you think will claim the series, bearing in mind that these players are still in the tournament. Yes, we have the upper qualifying matches, but they're still fighting for that lower qualifying match spot as well. There's still more chances to make it through into the main event. Let's go. Let us go. We are settling in. For now, we do have our standard opening here out of SOS. Now, we have been covering quite a bit of SOS here over the past couple of months in his return to StarCraft 2, and he has been having some interesting builds, is what I will say. Some of them have left much to be desired. We did cover SOS versus Solar during the qualifiers for GSL, and SOS did struggle. I do recommend watching the VODs, but SOS, we did cover his GSL qualifying matches. That was earlier this morning, or earlier last night. Do you recommend it? Do you recommend it here? As Lambo does open up Hatch Gas Pool, forsake the unnatural natural, claiming his own natural base. And Lambo, he is one to study his opponents. He's one to prepare coming into this. I'm sure he was watching those GSL matches. I'm sure he's aware, at least somewhat, of what SOS is capable of. We did see a lot of Tempest play out of SOS, like Stargate into Void Ray into Fleet Beacon into Tempest. Did see 2 different variations out of SOS, one that committed into Sky Toss and one that did not, that instead went for a ground switch. And there it is, Void Ray first. So we're expecting Void Ray into a Fleet Beacon. That is our expectations out of SOS. We'll see if he meets them or if he defies them. Here we go. Was it Classic the Lambo played yesterday? Yes. Did play. As the Void Ray is moving out. Void Ray does move out. Overlord is going to be shut down. And behind this, we're waiting for that tech of choice. But now Void Ray into the Oracle. Third base is now being taken for SOS. So far, it looks quite standard out of our Protoss player. No hidden tech yet. You see Lambo ready for a dive, ready for a scout. Trying to get a read on what's going on. At least trying to. As the Oracle does get into natural, not bad. 3-4 drones going down. Lambo not expecting the Oracle, does get caught out. Yeah, no spores. Spores were late. 4 drone kills, not a bad start. And SOS, he's going into a ground switch into a Twilight Council, not a Fleet Beacon. Let's go. So Twilight Council follow-up out of SOS. There is no Forge, so we're leaning towards Glaive Adepts. There we go. Forge is now on the way. Meanwhile, Lambo going to pulse on melee into Lingbane, skipping Roaches. So the Roach Horn is going to be skipped. If it was Glaive Adepts, then Lambo would be in danger, but alas, thankfully, it should be a more standard follow-up out of SOS instead. So Lambo is holding, bleeding out 2 more drones, has bled out a lot of workers so far. 6 workers in total. Look at the efficiency out of SOS. 6 drone kills. Oh, I spoke too soon. As the Oracle overextends. Meanwhile, where's the upgrade of choice? There it is. Blink is down the way. This is going to be delayed there for SOS. He was banking up resources, banking up minerals and gas. So late Blink into +1. He's getting there. Yes, I didn't notice. Someone was asking about TikTok. For those who don't know, we actually stream on TikTok. We stream on all platforms, typically at once. But specifically for this tournament, we don't have permission. We don't have permission to stream on TikTok. As EWC broadcasts are a lot more strict. A lot more strict. As we have our +1 and Blink, we have our Storm follow-up here out of SOS, building up into a longer game state. Lambo, meanwhile, redroning, resaturating. Again, he had a lot of redroning to do. That does set him behind. +1 melee about to kick in, and we'll see what Lambo can get done. It does catch a couple of workers. 2 probes, not bad. Gets some damage done, and SOS is just turtling up. He's just building up back at home. More pylons, more cannons, more shield batteries. Getting to Storm, getting to +1. As we said, it's a big shout out to Solon's Vard. Thank you, my God, Papi God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, thank you. Do appreciate the support. Thank you so much. There is a delay on stream, so I do apologize. There is a delay in regards to notifications. But thank you, thank you. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Hope you enjoy. As Lambo, he's joining up to 81, so he's just macroing up, macroing out of this. Stage Trap is going to be connecting. Oh, ooh, does catch 1 drone. But Lambo looks like he's taking up in towards Lurker tech. We have Lings, we have Hydras, we have Banelings, and the infestation bit should be for the Hive for the Lurkers. It should be. So Lambo embracing a longer and later game. Meanwhile, SOS, he was turtling up on 3 bases, but emphasis on 3. He has not expanded, and the Lings do confirm. They do confirm no expansion. SOS does push on 3 bases instead. He's got a lot of storms. And Lambo, has he been too greedy? Lambo, what does he have? He has 16 Hydras and no Banelings. Just Ling Hydra. Ooh, just Ling Hydra. Storm does pop up. Again, this army is fragile for Lambo. Storm's coming in. Lambo, he has to respect it. Ideally, you do want to surround and try to get your Banelings on top of those High Templar. But Lambo has no bathing speed. Ooh, yeah, no bathing speed for Lambo. Going for a run by instead. Trying to collapse in. SOS diving on the Queen. He's got, what, 3 storms? Lings, they collapse in. Not bad. 1 High Templar goes down. He gets 1, he gets 2. There's 2 High Templar left. Storms, they connect. And those are the final storms. Yeah, SOS, he's trapped. He can't get out of this. Does try to blink away. Bleeds out so many Stalkers in the process. The Archon as well. And that was not worth it. SOS, he loses the entire army here. He was basically all in. Remember, no 4th base, no expansion. 3 base all in out of SOS, and he does not get the 4th. Doesn't get the base. Doesn't get the expansion. Doesn't get the mineral line. Doesn't get anything. Just trades with the army. And with that, Lambo is no longer on control. Lambo doesn't even need Lurkers. I mean, he can still invest, don't get me wrong. Hive is on the way. Lurker Den is on the way. He's building up. He's teching up. But the win condition for Lambo, deny the base. Deny the 4th for as long as possible. Or could just collapse in it and try to kill SOS. Speaking of, yeah, Lings, they collapse on the High Templar. He gets 1, he gets 2. There's 1 storm left. Nice storm. Storm does connect, but that was the final storm. And SOS is being overwhelmed, being overrun. Lambo, he starts as forward. Takes down any kind of high-tech unit. Only Stalkers remain. Void Ray gets hunted down. And Lambo, yeah, he breaks into the natural. GG gets called. The all-in for SOS fails, and Lambo takes game number 1, a lead in the series. GG. Whew. Does take a lead. Lambo looking good. Again, when it comes to SOS, his build did look a little bit rough around the edges when it came to his move out, when it came to his push. If you recall, some of his upgrades were a little bit later than they otherwise could have been. Likewise, he had a hard time reinforcing. He had no robo, or no, I should say no prism, no reinforcing pylon with his main army as well. And he did push far too much into the army, into creep, into the bases. GG. GG, well played. And so now getting into our next game. We are going to be getting into game 2. And we'll see if Lambo can take it. We'll see if SOS can recover and force the ace match. The pressure is on. Is spawning in the top right-hand corner of ley lines. We have our German Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Lambo. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is SOS. We go. Again, we're getting into game 2. Lambo 1 game away from claiming the series and 1 game away from eliminating his opponent. Bearing in mind, I should emphasize that as we're actually covering our first lower bracket match, these are elimination matches. There's no nothing to land on. There's nothing. There's no safety net here for the players. This is it. Once you're out, you're out. So their tournament life is on the line. Pressure is on. We'll see if SOS can bring it back. Now, if you recall, last game we expected Stargate into Fleet Beacon. That didn't happen. It was Stargate into a standard follow-up. We'll see if SOS does fall back on something like Skytoss play, or if he has something else in store. So far, Hatchgas Pool, standard opener out of Lambo. Crazy, nothing wild. SOS setting up here at the natural. And again, for the most part, our eyes are going to be on SOS. Like Lambo, he was more or less reacting. He was more or less reacting to SOS, responding to what was going on. And he was able to drone up, saturate, take up into Hive. Didn't even need the lurkers towards the end. It was SOS that was the aggressor initially. But now, another Stargate. And we're expecting another Void Ray. Last game was a Void Ray opener into Oracle, into, again, a standard follow-up. Here we expect something different. As the Stargate is finishing up, and we'll see if we go for that Void Ray once again. Yep, there it is. Void Ray's on the way. So once again, SOS, the goal here is to hunt down Overlords, is to keep Lambo in the dark, and it's to hide tech. Last game didn't hide anything. I mean, in the sense that there was nothing really to hide. He was playing standard. I guess Lambo didn't know that, of course. Lambo was trying to play safe. So we'll see where SOS takes us. Do we go into Glaives? Do we go into a Fleet Beacon? Do we go into a Stargate? There it is, a Twilight Council before Expand. This feels like Glaive Adepts. So a much later third base, early Twilight Council. Overlord is going to be hunted down. And show us those Glaives. As even Solar had a harder time against SOS's Glaive Adepts during the GSL qualifiers. Did have a hard time. I think Solo was like 22 drones or something. It was like it was crazy. How many workers Solo lost? And there it is. Glaives are on the way. As I did mention, again, the Twilight Council before the base and without a forge screams Glaive Adepts. And we'll see if SOS can go by undetected. Meanwhile, Lambo, does he play safe? Right now, we're waiting for a Roach Warren. We're already at the 4-minute mark. We should be seeing a Roach Warren soon. Remember, last game, Lambo, he skipped the Roach Warren. If he does it again, he's going to be in danger. There we go. Whew. Plays it safe. 4:30 Roach Warren timing. So he does go for the Warren. So he will have roaches to defend. Likewise, Spore is done at the natural. Spore is done in the main. Initial depths are revealed. This is standard. This is just the initial 4 depths. This is not a tell yet. This is the fact that there's more depths banking up back at home. And Lambo pokes in. He hasn't seen anything yet. More depths are warping in, getting up to how many? So far 11. And now he does pull the trigger. He's going for it. He does get spotted. Yeah, massive scouts. Roach production has begun. Lambo instantly starts making roaches. He's getting ready. He's walling up. He's walling off. So far, nice reaction here out of Lambo. Does wall up. That should be a full wall. SOS making his way into the bases. Going for the 3rd. Roaches are amassing. Overlord speed is on the way. I love this response. Basically, Lambo is going to counterattack. After the defense, assuming that he defends well and doesn't lose many workers, he's getting ready for a German taxi. Getting ready for a Drop Lord response. As the depths, I do come into the shade. Rotating over. Does rotate. As it up so far, they haven't really gotten any damage. What have we lost here? And he's shaved off some lings. He's gotten a queen. But not much else. Again, Lambo's still massing on more roaches. Meanwhile, SOS going for a gateway explosion. I believe building up immortals. There we go, 2 immortals back at home. Here it comes that German taxi that we spoke about. It's on the way. Again, that was the purpose for Overlord speed. As it up being forced back. Overlord does load up. The queens are ready. That is being forced back, and it's all or nothing for Lambo. Roach speed is about to kick in as well. And here comes the counter all in. Now, there are 2 immortals, true. There are actually 3 immortals. The immortal count's quite high. Void Ray does catch a couple of roaches. It's not going to be easy, especially against those force fields. There's 5 Ravagers. They're being targeted down. Lambo moving in. Queens, they drop off. They go for the Void Ray. Nicely done. Void Ray gets turned away. Queens once again up. Oh my god, they barely get the Void Ray. They barely don't. SOS going for a counterattack. And Lambo, he's got to commit. Still posturing. Still looking for a way in. There we go, now spreading creep. Going for the Cybercore. One more volley and it will go down. Lambo is maxed out. Geez, 200 supply. Takes down the Cybercore as well. And Lisa coming from behind, coming with us around. We get some decent force fields. Once again, zoning away those lings. Shield Riders are finishing. And SOS, can he hold on here a while? Some of them do connect. They graze the army. But the Immortals do so much in the back line. We're running out of lings. Immortals are being targeted. And can he focus them down? He barely cannot. The Immortals, they defend well. Immortals, they're holding on. 2 Immortals finally go down. Oh my god. And he's done it. Lambo, he has done it. He takes down the 3rd Immortal. Every Immortal falls. There's 1 now just coming out. But there's just not enough. There's just not enough here. Not enough for SOS. He needed more time. The Wiles. Oh my god. Takes down the Void Ray. Again, one Immortal remaining. More roaches piling in. No. Once again, down to 1. And Lambo, he will take it. He will take it. He will take the series. We will not have an ace match. Again, SOS, he didn't achieve any damage with the Glaive Adepts, and likewise, the follow-up here was just a little bit too awkward, was a little bit too delayed. The Glaives, they had to do more damage, and they killed one drone. They killed one drone. Even then, I think it was the Void Ray. That was not good enough. And SOS, he traveled far here to go to DreamHack Dallas. Had a decent run, got far in the brackets, but met his match. Met his match here at the hands of Lambo. Of Rambo. Let's go. As Dallas are trickling in, Immortals are trying to hold their own. Again, as a reminder, SOS's tournament life is on the line, so he's just fighting as hard as he can. But GG gets called. There's nothing left, and Lambo will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the next round. GG. GG, well played, Lambo. He will eliminate SOS from DreamHack Dallas and advance on in the bracket. GG. GG, well played, congratulations. Again, it's never easy playing against SOS, and Lambo was playing very safe. He was playing very safe. As a reminder, he did get his Roach Horn at 4:30. Likewise, he did see the depths halfway across the map as they were moving out. We saw Lambo very quickly wall up, wall off. Not just that, what I appreciate about that defense was the offense. Was specifically that Lambo, once he was set up, Overlord Speed. Overlord Speed was so fast to be researched. That shows the confidence of Lambo, that he believed that he wouldn't really take any damage, that he would have enough to counterattack. So really fast Overlord Speed out of Lambo. And with that, he was able to pull off that German taxi follow-up, Roach Speed as well. And again, Lambo, he maxed out at the end there. He maxed out, 200 supply, GG, well played, breaks SOS, and Lambo, he already has his next opponents. Oh boy, you know what's up next? Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. Let us switch our scenes over and catch up on the bracket. Bam. Here we go. You can see here on the lower half of the bracket here, Lambo versus SOS. SOS, he took down Mixu to make it this far. Lambo took down Zane. Lambo 2-0s SOS. And who is that waiting for him in the next round? Estrella. Max Angel here waiting for Lambo. Up next, going to be another PvZ. Lambo versus Max Angel. Here on the channel on the CranKy Ducklings. Let's go. Likewise, you can actually see here on the upper half of the bracket, Björn versus Bunny. Bunny just eliminated Percival. Ooh, my heart goes out to Percival. Percival, he's eliminated from the tournament. Björn versus Bunny, that is a brutal elimination match. That is a brutal match. One Korean Terran will advance, the other will be eliminated, and that leads into the winner of Estrella and Lambo.